Oh. Hey, look at that. Look who decided to come out. We gotta hurry up though. This gotta be a shorter episode. I'm busy. So we're gonna be a little bit quick on this one. Hey, the man came out. Guess what? He's a fucking insane. We're not gonna cover everything in like express detail. Coffin, he does a lot of sinking. Of course, he does coffin, which gives him damage up and raises speed and raises clash power. And then when you block, he can get on his stupid horse, which is a unique clashable counter skill, which means you can use it as a normal skill for attacking. And then when he has Dullahan, he gets attack weight. He has a unique debuff called Ruin, which changes their panic type. It's just, and then we have this move, which is the fucking. If he's Dullahan, he does a to claim their bones thing, and then coffin and ruin, and then if you come down here, oh Jesus, such a fucking negative one. And then we got oh god, it's on kill, heal 15 SP, and then he's got passives too. Oh my lord, look at all of this. Oh Jesus. Anyway, that's not why we're here. Ignore the fact that you see this. And then if we come over here, we see that there's a Walpurgisnacht going on. And then if we come over here, it's the funny butterfly man. Guess what? These are also insane. We got an ID for Yi Song. It took me 166 pulls to get everything. Fun fact. And then we have, I feel this one's better to just be like shown off, like on screen. You know, let me just come over here. Yeah. She's doing the red mist thing, where she has both Spider Blood and my boy. There he is! Look at him! Walpurgisnacht! Ah! And Ez is honorable. Ez is what I always do. Oh yeah, I did that too. We're blue now, I guess. Oh, no, not that. Oh, I already did it. Look at that. I'm ahead of the fucking curve out here. I was gonna say I'm gonna add him for every. Do I want to add Wild Hunt for the class? Maybe. You know what? I always use. We'll add the new boy. You know what? There you go. Everyone gets to have the new pretty shininess. We'll go over it real quick. The most relevant one, shockingly enough, because guess what? Lobko Solemn Lament Yi Song. And the new Ego, which is, of course, Solemn Lament Prager, and Wild Hunt Heathcliff Earl King, they're all sinking units. Sinking just had an arc. Sinking has been eating better than ever because they have Dices with them, and they just got the Butlers. They didn't need more. And then we got more! So I'll go over these all real quick, and then we'll just get into it. So originally the whole shtick was that Linton Gregor kind of sucked. If you'll notice, he's now very big, because he's by far the best user of this. Ahem. When this skill flips coins, each coin flipped... This is a fucking mouthful to explain. Everything related to Butterfly, so again, we're gonna be fast. Pause if you need to read it. There you could also go to, like, Gridwin, and then get the details. What really matters is that if we scroll down here, at 0 plus SP, reuse this coin up to 5 times max. So this can hit 8 times. And each hit inflicts Butterfly, which is just a fucking mouthful. All you need to know is that it can either be living or dead. Living heals your sanity. Dead inflicts sinking damage. If they have either one at the end of the turn, they go away. Except the dead one leaves and is gone, but the living turns into the dead, so you always want to apply living. Shit's random. What are you gonna apply? What's the corrosion? Doesn't matter, it's worthless. What really matters is that this thing is so fucking insane. This is like a build a team around type ego. And then you got this guy who's even more complicated. Living and Departed, which is just... This is just the butterfly mechanic where he has ammo, but some of it's alive and some of it's dead. If he shoots an alive bullet, it'll inflict a living butterfly. If it's a dead bullet, departed bullet, it'll inflict a departed butterfly. It's a whole thing. All you need to know is it's also sinking. You know, just there's a lot of fucking text on screen, you know. Like, I would get into it if I had more time. If he runs out of ammo, he reloads. Here's what reloading does. This skill is insane. Oh my god, its skill is so good. Inflict blue damage equal to all butterfly on the target. Butterfly, by the way, butterfly, let's go to the important part. Departed. When hit, if this unit SP is at less than 0, take stinking potency divided by 5 gloom damage for every value of the departed. Max gloom damage 30, rounded down. Deals half damage to targets without SP. So the reason why you would use him over, like, Sinking Deluge Man is that every stack of the departed butterfly is a baby Sinking Deluge for your whole party for every coin. That shit's bananas. And I mean, Sinking Deluge will do more damage in the big burst, but you don't need that big burst if they're already dead most of the time, usually. It's better for small targets, sometimes big targets. It's a case-to-case dependency, but beyond that, he's just kind of a better unit. He doesn't have the attack weight that, you know, there's an argument to be made, okay? Reload, if a on guard, butterfly passives, He gets 10 of them. The amount he gets based on his fucking sanity. It's a whole thing. Gloom, res, reload, gain some haste, sinking. Yeah, sure, whatever. That's all he does. And then finally, you would expect her to be a bleed unit, you know? Because, like, oh, that's the butter. Like, she'd be like a bind bleed unit, because Spider's bleeding, binding with the egos that she already has. Joke's on you, she's a charge unit. Because she gains both Red Eyes and Penitence, and both are unique charges. It's a whole thing. I can't even, like, if I'm talking about complicated units, I think she's even worse than the Yisong and the Gregor thing. Butterflies is just weird, but when you get into it, you just kind of click buttons. This is just charge, you also just click buttons, but what each of these do is kind of like, why? Like, the more red eyes she has, she inflicts more bleed. The more penitence she has, she gains penitence percentage of max HP as a shield, which means she's a tank. And she heals SP on skills that gain penitence. So she's constantly healing her SP. She's constantly bleeding. Very small amount. She sucks in bleed team. Don't use it. She's kind of just a big, meaty bitch. And then if she has, you know, 15 of both, she does the to claim their bones thing of a unique skill. That skill's also insane. Here's the normal version. Gain 7 of both, bleed, penitence, shitload. And then you just spend all of it to explode an enemy with 160% more damage. You want to talk about it. And then you get only ashes remain, which means you can't charge next turn. You heal allies for HP and heal allies for SP. She's like a weird support unit. She does a lot of damage. I don't know. She's kind of weird. She inflicts bind only on the strong version of this skill. Weird that she doesn't have more bind. But it kind of depends. Red Eyes and Penitence passives. When gaining charge count, gain Red Eyes or Penitence instead. She does more damage. Like, both, yeah, it's a whole thing. Resistance, sure, yeah, Correct, Fearic. Correct. This skill can do thousands and thousands of damage. Like I was talking about a second ago, this is a build an entire fucking team around. Because Clinton Gregor, with the stupid skill that everyone thought sucked, gives him plus coin power and 30% more damage. On a skill with 8 fucking coins, shit's bananas. Let's go do the thing, because I'm low on time and we gotta just get started. I gotta watch the movie first, of course. He's so cool. Oh no, like... like, that skill is so insane. Like, especially if you're doing, like, Mirror Dungeon shit, it gets, like, bananas. But even, like, out of Mirror Dungeon, I've seen multiple thousands. Like, personally, I've only gotten to, like, 3K, but that was just because the entity died before I could get more. Anyway, plot time. It's time for my boy. We're in the purple dimension. I think that's a good problem to have, is things dying too fast. Like, that is the ultimate problem. Like, sinking went from, like, kind of funny, haha, fluid sack to genuinely one of the better archetypes you could make with just dices. Then they made the butlers, and they became really good. Holy shit, nowadays. I mean, there's always a question of, like, what's the best, like, archetype? Because, like, Charge has always been big man on campus. But, like, damn. And then if you're, like, speed running, it's Rupture. Which, by the way, Rupture! Where is anything? The last Rupture ID we got was fucking Dawn. And, like, Dead Rabbits Merceau? No one wants these. Fuck you. Watch your mouth, Ryoshu. Which sucks, because, like, Rupture is my favorite archetype, and I want it to be better. Oh my lord. Rupture, or Tremor, was the funniest in Season 0 and Season 1. I mean this in its entirety. Most people didn't know what Rupture did. Oh no! It had a lot of IDs. Just randomly. Snag Harpoon on Ishmael. It can burst Rupture for some reason. Base Merceau. Why not? Skill 3. Fuck it. Just stuff just randomly kind of just had Tremor. It was a very fun time. It was so worthless. Yeah, Sun Shower bursts Tremor. They just kind of just stuck it places. The fuck it. Season 1 IDs we're never gonna get again. Like, even now, people are like, damn. Sorry for talking over the movie for people at home, but, like, there's text. Today is the indifferent episode. We're in a hurry. This is gonna be a super short stream. I don't have a lot of time. People are still talking about how insane the, like, Gear WoW Faust ego is. I don't remember what it's actually called. It's the like, Gear Church-ish lady. It implies, like, 7 Tremor count. Everlasting. Thank you. Yeah, people talk about how insane that is. But, like, damn. That's like a... That's your, My brain is now spitting out fluid sac. It's your sinking big Rodion thing for sinking, but it's for Tremor, as well as the fact that it has a super good effect. Do we want to talk about the fact that the first 2-star ID for Ishmael has a skill 2 that inflicts 16 Tremor potency and, like, 4 or 6 something Tremor count for no fucking reason? Nothing in the game does that anymore. She also inflicts 5 fragile on her skill 3. What the fuck? Base game IDs are insane in, like, both regards. Like, they are some of the weirdestly bombastic when it comes to just raw numbers that they're throwing out, as well as being some of the worst units in the game. Like, it's so funny how weirdly swingy they are. Like, it's the kind of thing that it makes me think that they regret certain things, like, you know, stuff doesn't come with much Paralyze anymore. Nearly as much. It was in a lot of base IDs. I think they really regret making Leisure Domain Gregor. Nothing's ever gonna do that again. Like, Fluid Sac, the main character of the game, nothing can compete. Sure, maybe for single targeting, you know, some of the pursuances, maybe like a Sinclair or something like that, Lantern, you know. Nothing beats the main character for healing. And that was a at launch ego. Why? It's the reason that Garden of Roses Gregor is just so awful. Because, like, I mean, you know, 2 of every resource, and it needs also resonance. It's got, like, a lot of design problems, but its, like, main shtick, outside of being a resonance bot, is for healing. And it heals less than Fluid Sac, despite that. And it doesn't heal sanity at all. Oops. Speaking of also, like, base IDs, like, Fragile usually only comes in 1, maybe 2, if it's not, like, themed, like, oh, slash fragility. We're talked about, like, LCCB, Ishmael inflicting 5 fragile, which is utterly absurd. Then we have the other main character, Arheath, who just inflicts 4 on the best skill in the game. Also, another thing for base units. If you'll notice, there's a mechanic that only 2 units in the game, asterisk, have 5 coin skills. Rabbit Heathcliff and Warp Dawn. Technically. They're the only ones with 5 coin skills. Pequod Yisong is, like, not invited to that camp. This is coin reuse, and that's not real. Yeah, the plot is there's a bunch of purple. It's fun that they're actually starting off with Violet Dawn. Which, I mean, yeah, I guess it works. I'm gonna be honest, like, when I was playing through Lobco, I just did not know that Violet Dawns could explode. I think I genuinely learned about that when I was doing my stream playthrough of it, and I had Forrest playing the game instead of me. I was just watching him not kill ordeals because he didn't notice them. Impressive. And then they just explode, and my brain, like, expanded. I didn't know they could do that. Oh, his whole department's dead, and I'm like, what even happened? Yeah, when me and my friend who, yes. It doing, like, oh yeah, well, yes. I don't really think that's fair. I have had it die to, like, because I just didn't know that Violet Dawns could, like, attack back. They just didn't really have, like, a clear, like, animation for it. They just kind of pulse very small amounts of black damage. And when I was new to that, I just didn't parse that. And just like, what the fuck is happening here? I've never had him pop, but I have had stuff just go badly. It was weird. Weird time when you're blind to Lobco. Who's ready to kill some... I guess I'd call them slugs. So now, oh, nice. We have to use Dante. Now, I specifically did, of course, build the... Fuckers out of here. I did, of course, have the shtick of, oh, you gotta use, you know, all of the Lobco guys. It's thematically appropriate. But the one exception I will make is, come on. I haven't shown him off on stream yet. He's the big man. He's super cool. She can be here in spirit. And we'll have, like, these 3 go first. It's the same team captain system as the previous Walpurgis Noct. He gets two skill slots. He loses skill 1, gains skill 3, usual stuff. Here we go. Let's go kill some nodules.
누굴 팰지 내가 정한다.
Honestly, very respectable choice of ego. What I was gonna say is when my first reveal of this, when I was watching with a friend the trailer, we thought it was super cool, but there was one thing that we thought was a little bit weird once the game loads in. Oh, mainly he did. Is that it's okay, take your time. You know, that's canon to Lobco, because I couldn't read any of that. That's very accurate to Lobco. That goes away way too fast. Is just how weirdly big these clubs are. Like, these are way bigger than they were in Lobco. Like, if you stood these up on an end, they'd be like up to your like pecs, maybe neck, depending on height. But in Lobco, they're like baton size. These things are gigantic. Like, damn. Anyway. What do the Fruit of Understanding do today? They understand. If the target is when I speak, class power +1, on use gain Understanding. Deals 5% more damage, take 5% more damage. So, just more damage. Mental Fracture. SP lose efficiency +1 per stack. Expires reaches 5, take 10 SP damage. So it's effectively taking black damage, which is super cool. Understanding, Envy, Fragility. And then, you know, if the Imminent Decay runs out, lose 1 stack, and 1 stack uses special skill. Decay, hits everybody, unclashable, dies. Inflict 2 Envy, Fragility, deal 10 to 14 SP damage. It's black damage again. Except, oh wait, no, it also has black damage. When this unit deals damage, deal 1 to 3 SP damage. I fucking love this so much. Imminent Decay. This unit self-terminates after a certain number of turn passes. Kill it fast! This one's only got 3 turns. You are actually correct. They are slightly larger in the redness fight. Like, they're not quite... It's more so that the Red Mist herself is just big. Yeah. Let's see some animations. Honestly, I've always been a toter of, like, Liu Honglu having some of my favorite animations, but holy fuck. Yi Song! Oh my god! He's so cool! Oh. But yeah, it is actually extremely accurate to the respective games. And because the Ego is the one, would be the one from Ruina, because they were Ego cards, whereas this one, they're like actual passives and whatnot. It's cool that they actually do manifest the respective games where their suits would come from, because Gregor's Ego acts way more like it does in Ruina, like you were talking about with a bunch of coin reuse, and being like very, very focused in doing the one thing. But this is just a unit. He kind of just does everything and attacks really fast. That was like the shtick of the butterfly gun. It's very nice. I don't think it would be possible, but I would almost wish that this would do 2 different damage types. But like it kind of does that with the sinking, so with the sanity and physical damage. They kind of fake it with the draining of sanity and doing physical damage. So he's effectively dealing red and white damage with those guns, so yeah, half points. It's something I've said and will always say. When I was doing my very first ever playthrough of Library of Ruina, I used Isad's Sword, but I did not ever do any of the blunt damage shit. Because I was always a way bigger fan of like the cleaning robot line of Ego cards, where they're all about gaining haste and light. I just love slapping all of them onto my main character and being like, yes, I will play every card at all times forever. I mean, objectively, the blunt one is kind of just better because Solemn Lament was added to this game for a reason. But, oh, he's gonna explode. You know what? Let's show off for the crowd. Let's see what happens when he explodes. Get these all out of here. There we go. Let's let Mr. Exploder explode. I want to see it. I remember when I got to the end of Ruina, like hell, I even used like a very comparable build in my stream of Ruina. It was just a good stuff pile. Like, it was just a lot of just generally good things. He exploded. Yeah, you just kind of take some sanity damage. You get some envy. Ryoshu is currently ascending. He's gaining Coffin. He has a very cool sword. This whole team is fucking so cool. Oh. Like auto battle and just start doing damage. I love that Yi Song can 100 to 0 these things if he gets a skill 3 off. Except for then, I guess. I guess we just got a little unlucky. That is another good one, yes. See, he 100 to 0 that one. There you go. It's something I always give as a new piece of advice to anyone new to Library of Ruina. It's that every floor has something. There is no floor, other than Keter, but that doesn't have like sauce. You can use any floor and succeed. Like I was using an inoptimal Yasod floor for my whole playthrough, and in my stream playthrough, I was in love with Netzok and Chesed. I used a shitload. Hey, what's going on in this room? Oh. Now, Sion, I was saying I liked Netzok and Chesed. I said both. Yeah, I used Chesed way more because you made me. But I was giving it as an example of a floor I learned to appreciate a lot more. I will slander whoever the hell I damn well please. 76% damage. Jesus. Chised's whole theme is that, you get it a lot, like, I didn't really get some of the floor themes until I really started experiencing them. Chised's whole shtick is you need all 5 units alive. He gains value the more units you have alive and for however long they're alive. Because it's meant to be the exact opposite of Gebera. Because, you know, Gebra has the Mountain of Smiling Bodies, immediately kill all your nuggets. He has, like, the Road Home ego pages, which is, like, gain strength, or, like, gain -1 strength, gain +1 strength for each ally alive, kind of thing. So if you have everyone alive, it's, like, +3. But if you're alone, it's a -1, you know? It's like the whole theme is keeping the entire team alive, which is very respectable. Like, you should be focusing on that. Yes, I did not point that out because I forgot. If we go into Yisong's skill 3... Oh, shit. Goodbye now, A Sorrow in You is Y-I-S-A-N-G. Fuck you, game. So, why did we just explode? I adore the detail that you finish. There's actually like a timer counter. I forgot to bring up the HUD. There was a timer counter in the top left, and every time you finish a fight, it's meant to be you're doing like work. The moment you finish the fight, you enter back into the hub room, the noon violet comes down and fucking murders every single member of your party. Oh, I love canon events. They're all dead. Depending on the WoW gear, yes. It does, I think, 100 flat damage or something like that. It's like 100, 120 ballpark, something like that. It's dependent on your max HP and your black resistance. There's wild gear that's weak to black and they'll just die, yeah. I might be misremembering that, but something like that. They're effectively a non-issue if you're not in the room, but it's definitely a wake-up call to be like, hey, don't stand in the room. That's... I mean, Captain Ishmael died too. Everyone in my party just died. See, they actually specify, like, you don't get crushed. It's the shockwave of it landing that just flattens you against a wall. Interesting way that they've canonized the fact that you can get crushed by the object when it doesn't physically land on you. Because it just does... Why didn't you shoot them with a black shield? I'm bad at this game. I'm sorry. I'm not a very good manager. I'm sorry, Scott. I'm not sure I want to ask them repeatedly to run a mission that's just guaranteed to kill them. I mean, we're learning to be a good manager. I mean, come on, man. See, they say this, according to information given, it is said that ordeals cannot occur in immediate vicinity to one another. Which is interesting because if you look in the top left, it is actually how it works in Lobco. Because the Dawn Ordeal can occur on 2 or 3, and then I think Noon is 4 or 5, maybe 4, 5, 6, something like that. So in theory, you could have a 3 Dawn and then a 4 Noon. It can just happen. Straight up. It's unlikely, but it can happen. It happens frequently enough to be like something you have to keep an eye. God, Lobco's so good, yeah. Holy fuck, Lobco's so good. You think I haven't gone back to do another playthrough in the interim of these streams? You're dead wrong. I have been called an insane person. But once you know what to do and are willing to really push it, the game is super manageable. Like, but that's like the whole theme of that game, is gaining knowledge. Not even just like, gaining knowledge and experience is the game, you know? From a fresh run, you can beat the game. Like, straight up blind. Lobco's best when you... It's... But, like, that's the kind of thing. It's why that, like, it's so hit and miss for some people. Because if you just Google everything in Lobotomy Corporation, you just kind of break the game. Like, it is designed to teach you and punish you so you will learn. Write things down. Remember. It's the whole design ethos of that game. It's the game that always asks the question, is it okay for a game to be not fun? And I say, hell yeah. Because once you get that knowledge legitimately, holy fuck, that game is phenomenal. Maybe the fetus, you just don't take the fetus, okay? You do take HUD, OG, can I have this HUD for the entire rest of this game? I don't want the Limbus Company text blocked. I want to talk to HUD. Fuck you, Don Quixote. What are you talking about? The Plague Doctor gives you a unique ego buff. You can't get anywhere else. He's right. Mm-hmm. I like the implication that, like, even Odd doesn't know what the fuck's going on, but, like, they must be new to this part of Lobco in this timeline, because that can just happen. That's just lore appropriate. Oh yeah. Thank you. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I think Hod is probably like, I wouldn't even say most hated of the Saphira, other than the fact that, like, waifu bait, and I see a lot of that. I just don't really see people talking about Hod all that often. I don't see people talk about Yasod outside of gameplay context either, but he's my boy. People like Malkuth because he's like the starter one, and people really grow to appreciate like the positivity she gets in Ruina. Dante. A lot of the I forget who it is. One of the announcers just does not shut the fuck up. I think it's Angela, actually. Hey, guess what? Hey, what's Scion? Yeah, Angela just drops a fucking thesis every turn, and like by the time the turn ends, she's probably still talking. So yeah, I'm just kind of talking over it, but Hod is shooting us with shield bullets. So that when we do this again, we can actually... I mean, yeah, no, I like every Saphira. I'm just saying that, like, if you had to pick a least favorite... Also, immediately leave my chat for saying you hate Tiferet. Hey, that's not lore accurate. Yeah, it's because it's Hod shooting it. That's bad. How dare you hate the child? To be fair, if you just played Ruina, like, Tiferet is definitely the weakest. She was my least favorite when I was doing just Ruina. But once you, like, actually see Enoch and learn all about it, she definitely has, like, a whole new layer to her characterization that I like a lot. It's very fun. Hod is the type of person who wants to heal herself by healing others, and she's gonna make that your problem. Oh yeah, no. It's if you do, like... It is important to note, though, that there was a period of time prior to the manager showing up. Like, that's a big part of Angela's flashbacks and Lobco, so we could just be prior to Manager-san. I mean, I hate you for saying that, but, like, understandable. We had no abnormalities, though. See that? It's a weird implication. Because, like, why can't we see the other floors at the beginning of Lobco? I always just assume that it's, like, each of the Sephiroth are just kind of handling their own department until you gain enough experience to be able to handle all of them. Because, like, I don't think we're just building the facility. They probably have had abnormalities. I don't know. At least that's how I've seen into it. Personally, but I don't think we've gotten, like, an actual answer to that question. Yeah. Like, the final... I don't think I could ever put Hakma or Bina anywhere out of just, like, high A S tier. Because they embody, like, the end game, shit's getting plot heavy, just... so much good, just a big good stuff pile. They're two sides of that damn coin. It's so good. Okay, let's be honest. If you can't handle a Paco bird, I don't know what you're doing. A Paco bird is more easily manageable than fucking, like, some of the other entities that can break out. Like, I hate fucking Meat Lantern more than I do a Paco bird. God. Ruina's OST. It's like... the basic OSTs in these games, Ruina clears all day. I like a lot of, like, the big tracks in this game, but I think just overall, Ruina OST fucking clears. Same with Lobco. But Lobco was kind of cheating and used a lot of weird royalty-free stuff, but you know what? I'm still happy with it. Come here, Mariachi Sinclair.
청소 시간이네요.
Who am I not? You.
형님과 누님들을 위해
So now we get to do it again. And I'm forced to use the hot announcer pack now. White Knight is the worst one in the game. White Knight is such a pain in the ass. To this day, I have never fought him. You just load a save if you are forced to get... There should never be a situation where you are forced to take him. There are abnormalities you don't want to take in through Lobco. And she's going to be saying like a bunch of unique shit up here. I didn't even bring it up. Suppression status, there's 9. Very cute. Wave 4, turns 99 because there's not a turn limit. Every time we beat a fight, this meter is going to fill up a little bit. Nice touch that this is apparently taking place on a 3, and this means that this is a 3 dawn into a 4 noon. Shit's canon. Very nice. Very compliant. Good lore. Yeah, no. Default Lobco OST 1. Every one I've ever shown that game to is like, I don't understand why this song is so good. I have the info for White Knight. I will never learn how to fight him properly because it is just so infinitely not worth it to have him in your facility. Like, I made a tier list of abnormalities after I finished the stream, and he's in the bottommost tier of the just do not ever take him ever, no matter what. I mean, there's cheese for like every abnormality, but it's just too much. He's doing his best. The reason Heathcliff is here is because I have not, like, he came out before, in between this stream and my last one. Normally I do the whole shtick of I'm gonna use all the Lobco IDs, but he is an honorary one because I haven't had a chance to show him off yet, and he's cool. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep clicking the funny win rate button. This is actually a super engaging set of gameplay because of all the missions you can get, but I've already done them. Yeah, they're close enough. He can get on a horse. There's a horse you go out there. You know, we'll just call it Rudolta and call it a day. He's invited. I know. I'm just gonna have to manually do it then. Win rate does not target decay. It also doesn't like to target defensive skills. So if I click win rate right now, none of them are targeting the dude who's decaying. I have to just manually do that. Which is annoying, but like, it's not that bad. You just have to be careful on turns like this. You can kind of just bunga and therefore bunga for a while. Like, I could just click this funny button, and then this funny button. I don't even think that's gonna be enough damage. Also, now that we're here, I guess I will ask, who is the most hyped up for abnormality you guys want to see? Because for me, it has and will always be one skull, one bro. But he's kind of here. Like, kinda. He is here in spirit. But like, eh. See, the thing is, I know he's gonna be tied to White Knight. I just wasn't expecting them to do the, hey, what if we're the Red Mist? You know? This is not the route I was expecting them to have ever gone. Censored is another one for me. I mean, it's super, like, the problem is that all of my favorite abnormalities for me are the ones that are just, like, high up on my tier list. So they're, like, super basic and kind of bitches. Like, if you think Schadenfreude isn't one of my favorites, you're wrong. What? My one bro. He's so cool, though. Look how nice he is. And look, they even have the thing. As she gains more charge, they evolve. So it goes to Red Eyes, into Red Eyes Alert, into Red Eyes Devouring. Penitence goes Penitence, Penitence Periphery, Penitence Confession. And I'm like, oh shit. Oh, we confessing. We're going in big. We're clicking the skill 4 and gonna one tap. Or we can hit a tails. That's fine too. It did not matter. I do want to see all of the Patreon Kickstarter backer Abnos, just because they're no representation. All of the magical girls are cheating. They kind of come as like a set deal. Queen of Hatred, I have to wonder who the most requested one is. Queen of Hatred would probably be it, but I would also think like Little Red, because I know it was like Darefry Shoots, Butterfly Shithead, Little Red, Queen of Hatred. They're like the big ones, you know? Dion, please. I can only get so excited. Yeah, but I can want it though. I want my fucking army in black, damn it. They have not had representation in 13 years. Oh, I just kind of been mashing through this. So we came into this thing, we've been shot with the black bullet, so we'll be able to survive. However, just like it actually is in the case with ordeals, the regenerator in these rooms are like shitty. We're reactivating them. I've passed the check, and now I can reactivate the regenerator in the hub room. Nice touch. So now I can choose, do I want to heal HP or SP? I'm going to heal SP because she's 30. And then every turn, I'm healing 3 HP and 3 SP. Nice. So we get all healed up, and now every turn we're going to heal. Hey, big man. Ugh. Hey, we lived this time. Thank you, Hod. Physical intervention shield. Nice. Odd game. The one that... It sucks, but I really wanted to see that's definitely not gonna happen is the Rose from Wonder Lab. I just want to learn more about it. But that shit's not happening anymore. Oops. Grant us love. What's he do? Mercy, if the target is minus 20 SP, gain a clash power, envy mental fit. I'll get into that in a sec. Attack weight. Oh, they actually have attack weight. Love. Yeah. Clash power, envy mental fracture, flickering glyphs, that's more attack weight. Jesus. Gain clash power, envy mental fracture. What is incongruent? Gain super protection. And then, hey there, friend. Brushing arms of rest. Attack weight, a billion. Way more than we would ever have. And on hit, it deals 100 damage. Oops. This is just, like, a lot of people, if people haven't seen the Dawn explode, I don't know if I've ever seen anyone let the monolith explode. They can. People always remember these things for the crushing factor. I've never seen anyone let these things explode. Because once you know that they crush you, because people usually restart the day, they just bum rush them because they're already in a perfect position and they just kill the shit out of them. But they do explode. Turn end, deal 3 damage to all enemies, keeping in with its whole shtick of it just pulses black damage to everyone in the room, and then it deals, you know, sanity damage too. Yeah, no, they can explode. That's entirely what the skill is meant to be. The thing is that they don't die. They do the explosion that the Dawns do, but they don't die. They just keep going. Little bastards. I can also break his arms off, so let me, like, play the game. Here, you know what? Let's check out this unique counter. Clashable counter. This gets him on Dullahan. Let's clash with Mercy, why don't we? Let's see what that's all about. Get these arms fucked up a little bit. Keep on beating on his main body. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Welcome back, Counter Die. Oh, how we missed you. This is a counter. Very nice touch that he's doing the summon the wild hunt thing as his counter. And just like his boss fight, now I'm on a horse. I lost that clash. I should have just fuck me. I should have just done better, I guess. And now he's on a horse. I don't think the horse is doing very good, but he's on a horse. Yeah. So this is a time when this is actually super good. I'm not a Tremor team, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be doing some Tremoring, if you'll give me just a second. This skill gains attack weight as a bonus, so I'm actually gonna clash with you to just attack weight it up. Then we will, like this, so we can start gaining damage up. And then, like, how is the meta evolved in this game? Sinking is insane. Sinking and Tremor are both, like, a mechanic and that you can do, especially Tremor. The big one is sinking, like, this is sinking, but, like... Here, I'll actually activate this too so I can get this passive going as well. We'll just do passives. It's like I've said, I have a friend code that is available on stream if any of you need more IDs. I try to have all of the most recent Walpurgis knocked always lined up, fully up and ready to go for if anyone ever needs it without needing to pull for them. Free of charge if you ever need it. You know, this animation doesn't really work when he's big. I mean, yeah, I'm just offering it because it's free, you know? It's on the table, anyone can have it. Of course. Let's start getting some of that damage upscaling. I should have activated these in advance, because these are all one continuous wave. You can activate all of your ego passives before this guy comes in, but I figured I'd give myself a bit of a challenge. Okay, we're still constantly draining sanity, which is not good. The body got a lot of tremor, but you know what we need? We need this bitch staggered. So we're gonna do that. We are going to try to stagger the body as fast as possible, because I think next turn is when he explodes, which is very bad. So now we're gonna do that. This one, don't need to activate that one, but I'm gonna activate this one because it's funny. People fucking hate this ego. It's so funny to me. No, don't do that. Weeaboo games should not have rights. And then we, I have ADD. Yeah, and then we just, is this still clash weight? Damn right it is. Going in. Swinging in big. Our entire job, we're focusing the body as much as possible, because the body is the part that does the big unclashable, deal like 200 damage to your whole party. Like, if he gets that off, you are very likely to just straight up lose this fight. That's why we're doing this twice. We're not a Tremor team at all, but Everlasting is just so good that it doesn't care. If you can activate it twice, like, this thing does so much stagger damage. Oh my god. Don't do it himself, really. A little bit of burn, you know, there's fun with it. And he's doing the thing. So, I think we lose, actually. So, fun fact. Got a lot of tremor, but it's not very helpful to us right now. Right now it's just a hardline DPS check. The problem is that he's gaining 1 billion protection, so this is not good. But luckily, because I'm on Dullahan, we get Lament, Mourn, and Despair. Yeah, we're currently dumping the big kit, because he's got both skill 3s lined up. This dude has Lament, Mourn, and Despair, which is a unique skill that is only accessible when on the horse, which, by the way, very cool. Let's watch me lose.
탈출 개체 확인.
It actually doesn't do the unique he's too big! It can't do the unique animation. Oh, that's fun. Huh. Yeah, Wild Hunt is a thesis. He can't do his big skill if he's staggered. That's why we did Everlasting twice. Like, no, actually, we probably would stack... No, it's because he's taking a bunch of extra damage. We would probably not have staggered him had I not clicked Everlasting so many times. Now we just need to kill the arms because they will stop acting, luckily, when that happens. 33 ASP, landing 4 tails. It's just how it does. You know how it is. We've all been there. Then you just click the biggest of buttons. Oh, yeah. Holy fuck, look at that damage. Oh my god. It was doing 60 Gloom, 30 Butterfly, plus Space That motherfucker was taking like a 99 stack of Rupture type damage. Jesus Christ, Yi-Song. Oh my god. It's so much damage. The moment he got sinking started, it was over. Like, I used one skill and he did so much damage. Who needs the rest of the fucking party? I mean, albeit cheating, he was the team captain, so he was getting literally double the amount of damage as anyone else. But, like, yeah. Oops. That's unfortunate. And that, unfortunately, that is it. That is the Walpurgis knock. The whole shtick of this is meant to be, you get a bunch of really cool IDs, and you're meant to have this big, like, mission list. Like, clear the suppression, beat it in 12 turns, have the training captain kill 3 dudes. I'm gonna show the French, give me a sec. Complete the suppression before any of them explode. Complete the suppression after killing 18 enemies using any DOT. So like sinking, rupture, bleed, burn. Complete the suppression without anyone dying. Complete the suppression without anyone going insane. Complete the suppression whilst dealing 80% or more with a single skill, aka use Yi-Song, song skill 3, and just nuke one of the stupid little jelly bitches. Complete suppression with the team guy taking 5 lit hits or less. Complete single suppression, inflicting 6+ different negative effects in a single turn. This one was like a pain in the ass. I just used my ring song team. Defeat 2+ enemies in a single turn. This is just gonna happen. Complete the suppression after breaking apart Grantus Love, except I would assume break its arms off. Kill Grantus Love with the captain, and then get all of them. Here, I'll show what they look like for the people at home. My god, I have so much! Ugh! There's no need for showy purple prose and expressing discharge. Here's what they look like. They're this. Oh shit, that's right. You and your discharge. Until I get one to say bio, which is common because they have had multiple things that are like that. I find saying discharge very gross, and that's funny to me. This one's especially just kind of ugly. I've never been a big fan of like the orangey yellow colors, a lot of the warm colors. But I personally, the only reason I ever changed off R. Heath, who's been my guy, is because the Murder Warp Train Express one looks so good. I have had Rabbit Heath as my guy since launch. And the only reason I changed it is because AEDD Gregor fits. Look how good this looks. Oh my god. I used to have it be just like orange and then fit with Rabbit Heath. Anyway, here's the code. This is an O, not a 0. Please, no blue Heath. I don't think so. I could do blue Heathcliff. I picked this one because no, it's just the game can freeze. I picked this one because AEDD Gregor is a rupture unit, so I'm just like, oh, that's fitting. Fucking. We specifically need it to be an ego, because if you pick an identity, like, I lose that cool swirling blue bullshit, and I want that. So it needs to be an ego, and it needs to be, like, neon blue. Glow stick blue. Yeah, he has an AEDD. But I just don't care about this ego at all. This is... I know some people have been like, dude, it's pretty alright. I'm like, I do not care at all. I use Heathcliff all the damn time. He's been my ride or die since day one, and almost all of his ego fucking suck. Like, body sack. And that's it. That's everybody. You don't need more. Here's everyone's... That's... No, not that. Oh, hey, look. I wonder who this is. Decline that. Hey, this is what everyone gets. I tried to specifically pick tier 3 unit that is good enough to, like, handle the game by themselves. The Egyptian one? What do you mean, like an abnormality? Or distortion? What you talking about? Egyptian. Huh? When this is a staff and slams the ground? I mean... Oh! Yasin Tadrupam? This guy? I mean, it'll actually be this Heathcliff. It'd be this guy. Yep, this guy. Legit out here. I just like it because of the color. I'm more of a green fan, but fuck me, this looks so good. Should I... It's like, do I like... I think I like green ordeals more than I do the violet ordeals. They're super cool. I'm more of a green fan, personally. I lost my fucking mind when I got to fight green ordeals. Just even if it was a Dawn, that was the best part of the game. Anyway, here's the company. I specifically picked a bunch of units that are tier 3, so they're the hardest to get. They're the most expensive to get. And they're ones that... They're a variety of team comps, as well as them typically being the best in slot. Not inherently, there's just a lot of variety here. I tried to make it like a very good mixed pack, so that no matter which ID you happen to inherit, you're getting something good, you know? Not all of them are always the best in slot, there's a lot of variety here, and I specifically always grab Walpurgis-knocked IDs, if possible. Usually the most modern one. Like, I could very much so go, like this. And that'd be totally fine. I'm just saying, like... The only reason I'm not is because I can go back. The main reason why I did it is because Rabbit Heathcliff has been here since day one. He's been my fucking guy. Rabbit Heathcliff has and will probably always be my favorite ID in the game. But that's because he's been... I guess, quote, context for everyone at home. He was the first ID I've ever pulled. The first one. At the very beginning of the game, when they gave you that forced pull, I pulled this motherfucker. Maybe not literally the first one, because I think that one is like... That one's forced. You have to get Ishmael. But I think it's like the one after that. Number fucking 1 was this guy. And he has been ride or die, motherfucker, since inception. And he has been my icon since the inception, because Heathcliff's my favorite character. This is my favorite ID. The only reason I took it off is because variety's the spice of life. But I'm gonna leave Wild Hunt here just because people don't have him yet. Thumbs up. But is there any ones I want to change? I do have to be done soon. Plus, I mean, we're like out of content. Oh, you know what? I'll do Edgar, because like Solemn Lament with Edgar Family Heir is insane. This gives us a little too much syncing, but you know, them's the breaks. Does Otis have anything better I'd want? You can have Magic Bullet, sure. I just don't. Magic Bullet is like, everyone was super hyped for Magic Bullet, but it kind of just sucks. Like, it's, you use it in burn and nothing else. Like, I don't want to use this unit. Even when I was using her, she was like the worst unit on my team in the fight we just did on stream. She did, like, she has a WoW. Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. It's a Tremor WoW. That's why I'm going through these, because I might randomly forget. Like, does he have anything better? Yeah, actually, Cavernous Wailing's not bad. And I mean, unless you guys want Lifetime Stew, that's just what life's gonna have to be. What is the fireman? I think it's like identical. You just use him instead. I don't even know if he's in like meta fire team. He's super good though. He's definitely a unit that you kind of have to build around a little bit. But he is this stuff. It's fucking Philip Clare, okay? He clicks buttons really, really good. And if you don't have him, fine. Fuck it. Just use Enclair too. Sure. Either one's super good. Let me actually like look at my burn team before we get into this a bit more. Honestly, burn is probably the team I use the least. Burn and Rupture definitely need more love. Like, I don't know if this is optimal anymore. I have not looked at this tab in years. Let me go through them. Rupture, my boy, my favorite status. Constantly updating this guy. I love him. God, Rupture sucks. I hate it. Poise Bleed, Mirror Dungeon, tryhard bullshit. Modern Bleed is kind of weird. This isn't optimized just for Bleed, but if you really want Bleed, you use this, which is, of course, the Bleed, Burn, Tremor, Rupture Sinking team. Because you just need as many status ailments to make Ring Song insane, which is just like a modern Bleed team nowadays. Like, you're deploying Liu Rodion to make him inflict better bleed kind of deal, you know? Like, you're not... Random bullshit, go. Yeah. For burn, we'll come back. Charge has always been just Unga Bunga. I don't know if Rodion or the new Ryoshu would replace Warp Ryoshu, because it's fucking Warp Ryoshu, debatably the best idea in the entire game. Holy shit. But at the same time, holy shit, the new idea also does so much damage. But the Warp team kind of synergizes with her a bit better. Yeah, I'll probably just stick with this. Like, you just kind of click the 6, you know? Just, you know. This is how it be. I would agree, but the thing with Mirror Dungeons is it doesn't matter what team you have, you just fish for thrill. Literally, no matter what you're doing, you just upgrade all of your ego gifts into Rupture Tier 4. If you get Thrill, you have won the game. You upgrade it all the way, and then you just click defensive skills with all of your units in every fight. It does not matter what your team does. You can have a team of entirely base IDs. Yeah, that too, yeah. Like, I'm just saying, like, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying if you want, like, fucking easy mode, fish for thrill, click defense skills. No thoughts needed. Ugh. Sinking is the most modern love child. Sinking has gotten an insane amount of value. Like, prior to these three being sin mongers, you'd run this, and then you would have run this guy. But God, Sinking has just gotten so much. Like, it's the main character of this arc. I can definitely tell you, this is super not a spoiler. I think Bleed is gonna be the main character of the next Kanto. Call that one a hunch. Where's Tremor? God, you know how bad its Tremor is when it's below, like, the story team I do for Unga Bunga fights. Like, this is the team I just click buttons with, because they all have, like, attack weight. Same with Poise. You say I'm smoking crack, but remember, I actually have this. I actually have, like, a nail team somewhere. At least I did. Maybe it's this? I don't know. You have to remember, I've been playing since day one, and I didn't want to reorganize all of these. So, like, this is back when Tremor and Poise were both the worst things in the game. My Tremor team is ass. Modern Tremor looks like this. You do this button, this button, this button, this button, and this button. And then, like, you have to have a fixed unit So, like, I guess him or him. I don't actually know which one's better. I don't remember. I think I use this guy because he's good at tremor count. This one kind of sucks. You don't have a sixth good one. You would use her, but her passive makes Yurodivyi Honglu fucking insane. I might actually be missing units because I don't have all of them. I'm missing these guys just because... you know how it is. I don't care. If it's not a Season 4 ID, I'm waiting until a season is about to end before I buy them. Because they're going to turn my nominal ego crates into thread. I'm grabbing them then. You'd probably grab, like, I don't know, T-Corp Dawn. She's probably good. What does she do? I could not tell you because I don't have her. And then Poise. Wow, I fucking wonder what the theme for Poise is. I sure hope it's not these three, this bitch, and this guy. Ah, yes. I'd like to welcome new crew members of the Pequod crew. The entirety of the Blade lineage. All of them. On the crew. He can be here too, I guess. You just run this, and then this, and then maybe if you have extra slots, him. He's here too. The main deal is that Blade Lineage Mentor makes them insane. But yeah. I've never been crazy. I think Poise has always been one of my least favorite archetypes. It's only when Pequod Yisong came out, and you have this funny skill, where you can, have a 5-coin skill. Yeah, Poise does not fill my dopamine receptors. Neither does Charge. But Charge was the best team for 3 seasons. Unless you're, like, speedrunning with Rupture. And so I'm really, really tired of Charge, personally. Like, it has not ended. I'm glad Charge has gotten almost nothing. Charge got an ID, and it's not even a fucking ID for them. Like, we got, other warp dickheads, I think? Yeah, like her. Not Uptide. She also does Rupture shit. Fuck it, I'm not uptying her. She's not real. That's the teams. And then we double back around to Burn. Oh yeah, the multi-crack. What am I talking about? Yeah, no, you do this. That's right. You run her. You're definitely not replacing Rabbit with multi-crack. Rabbit Heath is holy shit. No way in hell. You'd probably just do like this, or maybe like this. I don't actually know if she's good. I don't have a reptile. I don't care. Probably, but she is insane. So you do her. But yeah, that's your charge. I also, just like Burn, I have not clicked into the charge tab in years. Is there anything better you'd want to do for Burn? Because I mean, you run these 4 plus her, and then pick your favorite of the 3 babies. I go Merceau. I think he's the better one. I don't remember. Maybe you do great. I don't remember. None of this is good. You don't run Honglu because he gives burn count, even though you don't need it anymore. You pick your flavor of baby. They're also involved. Pick your flavor of baby. Boom. Ring Yi Song. He can also inflict burn. Oh my god. Like I said, it was always the answer of, like, who has the best animations, and for some reason, Liu Honglu always stuck out to me. He's so good. But now it may very well just be Lobco. Yeah. Same with Merceau. I don't think they get, like, anything else, really. Yeah. Like, Faust has had a burn ego for, like, a season, 2 seasons now, and she has no burn IDs. So, you know, one day, I'm sure she'll be good eventually. It's also funny that, like, I still think it's true that Honglu doesn't have a Poise ID, and he has one of the very, very rare rare ego that have an on crit effect, even though he has no way to generate poison. I love you, Sodahong, in the party. Yeah. No, the one that's definitely the problem is Rupture. Rupture, they are so afraid of. What Rupture units do we get? They're death. I want Rupture to be good. Like, motherfucker, I may have to deploy Lobco Red Sheet Sinclair to my game. God. Like, the most recent Rupture shit they gave us with this dickhead, this motherfucker, and, like, this passive, which is not good. This is one of the worst passives in the game. You get 2 Rupture potency per turn on an ego that doesn't do anything with Rupture on a team that can't easily fuel that ego. Yeah. I've been Camp Rupture, not quite since day one, because, I mean, day one was, you just didn't have a team back then. You just fucking clicked buttons. But, like, once I started getting into it, Burn was another one of my favorites, but I fucking love Rupture. I mean, hey, we come back over here. I need to finish this and then leave. Like, I have to be done in, like, 15 minutes. Oh, do I even have, like, the good Tremor units? Like, you know what? Here. There you go. There we go. Now that's a Honglu. Limbus Company. Anyone else I want to change? I hate getting rid of Ting Tang. Ting Tang is so good for just, like... Ting Tang was there because Ting Tang was, like, one of the best cases of... I'm beginning the game. I don't have a theme. I'm using, like, 3 base sinners. You can put Ting Tang on any team in the game. Ting Tang goes with everyone. Like, even my boy, Rabbit Heath, is not good if he runs out of ammo. And so that's a restriction. You can put Ting Tang on anything. But I'll give someone more of a themed... Like, Hong Lu is the reason why you can do Tremor teams. Hong Lu makes Tremor because of Cavernous Wailing and his skill 3. So I'm going to put him in here that people can use. If people want to play with Tremor, you take him. If you don't have him, you could go, like, Faust. And I think that's the only other... Because it's like, Thinking, Burn, Damage, Thinking, Poise / Bleed, Stinking, Tremor, Poise, Charge. I have to use these ones because they're the Walpurgis Knock. Charge, Tremor. But there's no good, like, Rupture. I could do K-Corp Hong Lu, and that would technically be Rupture, but, like... The reason why I don't like deploying him is because K-Corp Hong Lu can go onto any team, but he doesn't mesh with any team. He just sits on the field and is just a body. It's not a bad thing, but, like, man, this I feel this is a good one. This gives us at least a decent mix. It's not quite every team. We only have, like, one, like, bleed adjacent unit, which is her. I mean, you can do her too, kind of. We don't have very much bleed. Like if I could, I would go back to Ring Song, because why would you not just take him? But I always grab Walpurgis Knocked. It's always the thing. It's in case people don't have the money. It's so they can have access to them. I'm being nice. But fuck me, not using him feels bad. Yeah, sure. Alright, but I do have to here's the code, everybody. Hope if you want it. I was always tempted to also, like, what if I like put units that you can't normally get? Like, I was tempted to just do all of Walpurgis Knocked and maybe, like, the Season 4 stuff, because Season 5 is right around the corner, but we're not quite there yet. I could do Season 3 stuff, Because people can't get that right now, I don't think. I think that's the one that's currently there, or however that works. I mean, I have all of them, but like, I don't remember what was in season 3. That was the fucking boys realm. Anyway, I do need to be done though. This was here for like baby episode because we're out of content. I'm just padding, you know. Like that's it. That's all we got. All right. Well. It took me 166 pulls, and I still have 33,000 Luna. They couldn't fucking touch me. And I have more tokens. I'm an I am the best. I'm the best at gambling. Thank you all for coming.